You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Santa, your host. Today we're continuing with our 12-part series, Shine with Shakespeare, with installment number 4, Othello's Deadly Jealousy. Othello, the Moor of Venice, is a tragedy written by William Shakespeare around 1603. It is yet another popular Shakespeare work that has aged very well, I must say. The play is set in Venice and Cyprus and explores themes of jealousy, love, betrayal, and racism. First, a brief overview of the play before we look at 8 worthy life lessons about jealousy. The play follows the story of Othello, a Moorish general in the Venetian army, and his downfall, orchestrated by his deceitful ensign, Iago. Act 1, Othello, a noble Moor, secretly marries Desdemona, the daughter of a Venetian nobleman, Brabantio. Iago, who is resentful of Othello for promoting Cassio over him, plots against Othello. In Act 2, the play shifts to Cyprus, where Othello is to defend against a Turkish invasion. Iago begins to manipulate Othello, planting seeds of doubt about Desdemona's fidelity, Othello's wife. In Act 3, Iago continues his manipulation, using a handkerchief that belongs to Desdemona as proof of her infidelity with Cassio. Othello becomes increasingly jealous and consumed by the idea that Desdemona has betrayed him. In Act 4, Othello confronts and abuses Desdemona, while Iago continues to feed Othello's jealousy and anger. Desdemona remains faithful, but confused by Othello's actions. In Act 5, Iago's schemes come to a head and Othello smothers Desdemona in their bed, believing that she's been unfaithful. Emilia, Iago's wife, reveals the truth about Iago's manipulation. Realizing his mistake, Othello takes his own life in despair. Iago is arrested and taken away to face justice. The term Moorish, just so you know, historically refers to people of North African descent, particularly those from modern-day Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya. The Moors were Muslim inhabitants who had considerable influence in the Mediterranean and in the Iberian Peninsula from the 8th to the 15th century. Othello is depicted as a noble and valiant general, respected for his military prowess and leadership. His dignity, eloquence, and moral courage set him apart as a character of high standing. However, Othello's race and outsider status are also central to the play. He faces racism and suspicion from other characters, notably Iago and Brabantio, and even the Venetian society at large. Renaissance audiences were accustomed to seeing racial and cultural others in literature and drama, often treated with a mix of fascination and apprehension. However, the portrayal of a noble Moor as a central tragic figure was somewhat unconventional for the time. Othello offers profound insights into the destructive nature of jealousy. Here are 8 lessons centered around jealousy that we can glean from the play. Firstly, jealousy can distort reality. Jealousy can cloud judgment and cause a person to see situations in a skewed and misleading way. Like Othello, our perceptions can become severely distorted when jealousy takes hold. One step someone can take to avoid or fix the situation where jealousy clouds their judgment and causes them to see situations in a rather skewed and misleading way is to stop and think. When you feel that you're getting overtaken with feelings of jealousy, pause and assess why you're feeling that way. Are your feelings based on evidence or assumptions? Are there underlying insecurities or fears that are influencing your perception? Sometimes Just redirecting your attention to something more constructive and writing down your thoughts and feelings can stop you from giving in to knee-jerk reactions and save you the embarrassment of having to explain or walk it back, so to speak. The key is to calm your mind and not let things get out of hand. One thing, because it works, is to visualize something beautiful, pleasant, and even awe-inspiring. It can be somewhere you've been that you have great memories of, or somewhere you want to go. It could even be a friend's smile or a cherished memory. It really doesn't matter what it is as long as it soothes you. When your head is clear, you can detach, look at things more objectively, and avoid overreacting. Another lesson is the dangers of listening to manipulators. Be wary of those who fuel your jealousy for their own gain. Lagos manipulations show how easily jealousy can be stoked by others, leading to destructive outcomes. You really have to wonder about the motivations of people that always seem to bring you negative news about someone or others. Instead of accepting everything at face value, a sound approach is to look at things from different perspectives and angles. This practice is often referred to as perspective taking, and it has been studied extensively in fields such as psychology, neuroscience, and organizational behavior. In essence, we adapt our thinking and consider different viewpoints. Research shows that individuals who actively engage in perspective taking display better problem-solving skills and creativity. Gunlinsky and Moskowitz, 2000. Studies have also found that taking another's perspective can improve emotional regulation. By understanding others' viewpoints, people can manage their own emotions better, which reduces stress and promotes empathy. Grossman, 2016. It can also help prevent the pitfalls of biases, such as confirmation bias, where one only seeks information that confirms pre-existing beliefs. Eppley and Caruso, 2009. Neuroscientific evidence, functional MRI studies also show that perspective taking activates specific brain regions associated with empathy and social cognition, such as the medial prefrontal cortex and the tempoparietal junction. Decady and Jackson, 2006. The third lesson that we can learn is self-doubt can be exploited. Recognize and address your insecurities, as they can be exploited by others, leading to jealousy and mistrust. Othello's insecurity about his race and outsider status made him more susceptible to jealousy. Strengthen anything you feel insecure about. Though Othello is a fictional character, if he had leaned in on the notable strengths of his heritage and his own accomplishments, it's possible his insecurities would have decreased and not used against him to this level. The fourth lesson we can learn is jealousy can lead to irrevocable actions. Acting on jealousy can lead to irreversible decisions and tragic consequences. Othello's jealousy drives him to murder Desdemona, an act he cannot undo. Number 5, jealousy destroys peace of mind. Jealousy is corrosive and can rob you of your inner peace and happiness. Othello becomes consumed by jealousy, leading to emotional and mental turmoil. Number 6, just don't jump to conclusions. Avoid making assumptions without solid evidence. Othello's quickness to believe Lagos lies without seeking concrete proof leads to the tragic events that unfold. Number 7, the need for self-control. Self-control is essential to prevent jealousy from taking over. Othello's lack of emotional regulation allowed jealousy to override his reason and judgment. The 8th lesson is forgiveness. Seek to forgive because it is for yourself, as forgiving and letting go frees you of bitterness, regret, and jealousy. When you forgive, it doesn't mean that you forget or will associate with the offending party ever again. It means that you are moving on with your life. The play's tragic ending underscores the importance of resolving conflicts and seeking understanding instead of letting jealousy fester. In essence, Othello serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the danger of jealousy, but there are ways to harness the power of jealousy for good, which we'll talk about tomorrow. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. You can also read a full transcript of this podcast episode and all 192 podcast episodes and counting on my blog, Do This First.life. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Do This First. I'm trying to get to 10,000 and I'm at 1.66 now, and we'll update the amount on each episode moving forward. You can also sign up for my new weekly newsletter, which will help you get your week started on a positive note, and updates on coaching, merch, and books and my public speaking engagements as they become available. Tomorrow we'll continue with the 5th installment of our 12-part Shine with Shakespeare series. Till tomorrow. Moving past